Hello dear programmer, I welcome you all in the lecture series of Fundamentals of Data Structure. In today's session, we are going to start with the one interesting concept is quicksort. In today's session, we'll see how does the quicksort work and we'll see some examples of it. At the end of the session, I expect my student will be able to implement and apply the quicksorting techniques. Let me start with the quicksort. Quicksort technique is based on the concept of divide and conquer. It is also called as partition and exchange sort. So what is divide and conquer? Divide and conquer in this the method where we are taking a problem. Means let we are getting a array. That array is divided into the sub array. Then we need to solve that sub array recursively and then we need to combine their solutions to find out the solution for that entire array. Let's see how does the quicksort works. In the quicksort, we are considering the one element as an pivot element. Then, pivot element can be any element in our array. It can be the first element or it can be the last element or that it can be the any element randomly we can select. For solving our examples, we are considering the leftmost element, that is the first element, as the pivot element. Then, we are dividing that array into three parts based on that pivot element. So we are saying the element which are less than pivot element in the left hand side. At the center we are saying our pivot element and the elements are greater than that of pivot element on its right hand side. Means we have divided the array into two portion. If the pivot is 54, so we are saying that after performing some operations, the pivot element in its appropriate place, that is here. Then all the elements less than the pivot elements and all the elements are greater than the pivot elements. Like this, our array is divided into two sub-array. Then we need to consider this one sub-array. Again, the pivot element is 8. And then we need to find out that 8 will be in its appropriate place such that again elements in the left hand side are the less than pivot element and elements on the right hand side are the greater than pivot element. Like that fashion recursively we need to do, and at the end we are combining the solution and we come to know that all the elements are in sorted manner. Let's start with example. So what is the logic? We are considering that first element is the pivot element. Then we need to partition the array, means we need to divide that array. So array elements are so positioned such that all the elements are smaller than pivot element will be on the left hand side of pivot and all the elements are greater than pivot will be on its right hand side of the pivot. And we are saying the pivot will be in its appropriate place. Then we need to select the elements from the left hand side as it may not be sorted and again apply the same technique by considering first element as an pivot element. Similarly, we need to select the elements on that right hand side. Again, by considering the first element as an pivot, we need to do repeatedly for right hand side. So then pick the sub arrays, element on the left hand side as the pivot, again partition them by choosing the pivot element, then select the elements of the right hand side, select the pivot, perform partitioning on them and choosing the pivot in the sub array. This will be recursively will do for sub arrays. So select a pivot element, divide means rearrange the element so that pivot element in its appropriate place. Then recursively we need to take the all the sub arrays and perform such a select the pivot and again rearrange the element as per the sorting. Let me see that how does it sort. So initially we are saying that we are considering the first element, means the leftmost element, as the pivot element. So here we need to identify that what is the place of 50. Means we are expecting the 50 will be in a such a way that the elements in the left hand side are will be less than 50 and the elements on the right hand side will be greater than 50. So for this reason we are required two counters. Assume a left counter which will points to the left part of our array and the right counter will points to the right hand side. Then we need to increase this left counter by 1 until we get the element is greater than pivot. and we need to decrease this right counter by 1 until we will not get the element which is less than that of pivot. So left scans the sequence from the left hand side and the right scans the sequence from the right hand side. Then swapping is performed when the left element is larger than the pivot and the right element is smaller than that of a pivot. So here we are saying that is the 24 is greater than pivot? No, then increased by 1. Is the 63 greater than pivot? Yes, then we need to stop. So left is pointing to this 63. Start with right. Is the right element means A of right is less than pivot? Yes. Then we not need to decrease the right. So here we are come to know that the index of left is 2 and index of right is the higher. So left index of left is less than index of right. Then we need to swap their positions. Means A of left and A of right are being swapped. So we are getting 8 is here and 63 is there. So due to this operation, we come to know that all the elements who are having less value than that of the pivot will become automatically in the left hand side of the pivot element, and those who are greater values will become into that right hand side of our pivot values. So we'll see. So here 63 and 8 then are going to be swapped. Again left is increased by 1 until we'll not get the elements greater than 50. So we are come to know that here the left is pointing here and right is pointing 10. Again index of left is less than index of right, then 10 and 85 are swapped. So accordingly we need to increase the left and we need to decrease the right counter until our right value will not become the less than that of left. Let me see here. So initially pivot element 50 is considered, left is pointing to left side element and right is pointing to the right hand side element. So we are comparing the left is increased by 1 means 24 is greater than 50. No, then we need to increase the left. 63 is greater than 50. Yes, then we need to stop. Now here we are getting 8 is less than 50. Yes, then we need to stop. Then the index of left is less than of index of right. Means left is pointing to second index and the right is pointing to our 8th index. So index value means 2 is less than this 8th value in this index value. Yes, then we need to do their swapping. So again left is pointing to increased by 1 until we will not get the index value until we will not get that the A of left is greater than pivot element 50 and decrease the left decrease the right until we will not get the A of right is less than that of pivot element. Again here index of left is 3 and here the index of right is 7. So 3 is less than 7. Yes, that's why 10 and 85 are swapped. Then again left is increased by 1 until will not get the greater than pivot element. So 17 is the greater than 50. No, increase left by 1. Is a 32 less than 50? Greater than 50? No. Again increase left by 1. So like this fashion we come to this sixth location where our element is 98 is greater than pivot. Then as like the left is increased, right need to be decreased. So our right is pointing to seventh location. So is A of right means A of 7 is less than 50? No. Right is decreased by 1. Then is this A of right is greater or less than 50? No. That's why right is decreased by 1. And we come to know that 32 is the less than 50. Yes, means right is pointing to sixth index. But the index value of left is now 7 and the right is 8. Then, the right is 6. Means index value of left is greater than the index value of right. Then we need to stop. Now, in this case, we need to swap the A of right with pivot element. So, this brings 50 in its appropriate place. So, we are saying the 50 is a pivot element in its appropriate place and which divide the list into two subparts. The elements in the left hand side are less than 50 and elements in the right hand side are greater than 50. So if you have observed, if we are taking this sub array, means we can say this entire array is divided into two portions. That means the sub array 1 and here is the sub array 2. So sub array 1 again it is not sorted. Then in the next iteration we need to take this sub array and again take this first element as a pivot apply again step left and right recursively, increase left by 1, decrease right by 1, like this fashion for this entire array, entire sub array. Then take this RHS array and again apply the same step. So these steps will be performed recursively and will get that all elements are sorted according to the quicksort. So this is the logic of quicksort. So this is the algorithm is specified for our quicksort, where the people are taking entire array, left counter and the right counter. So initially left counter is points to the lowest index, means index 0, and the right counter is points to the highest index, means like n minus 1. So here we have taken that I and j are the variables which will keep the trace of our increasing I and decreasing I. So we need to increase I from 0th location till will not get the element which is greater than pivot, and G will be decreased by one position from that n minus 1 to n minus 2, n minus 3 and so on until we'll get the element which is greater than that of pivot element. Once we'll get that, and if the index value of I and J are less, then A of I and A of J are swapping. Otherwise, we are come to know that we are swapping the pivot element with A of J element. Then we are getting a quicksort array is from A from left to J minus 1 and from J plus 1 to right, means our array is divided into two portions. Let me see another example. Suppose we are to sort the list according to their elements. So initially we can say left is pointing to 0 and right is pointing to 9. Our pivot element is 26. After performing some operation, we come to know that 26 will be in its fifth index as it is. So we are getting that the next subsorted array. So we need to consider this LHS side. So the left pointer is 0 and the right pointer is 4, means this pivot element minus 1. Then we are comparing this 0 to 4. Again pivot element is 11. So we come to know that 11 will be in its proper place. Means this LHS sub array is divided into two portions. Again sub array 1 and sub array 2. So accordingly 11 will be in its proper place. Then we need to take this 0th element, left is 0 and the right is 1 and pivot element is 1. Then we come to know it is already sorted. Then we are moving towards this next remaining element. So here left is 3 and the right is 4. Again we are comparing that 19 is the pivot element. So 19 will be in its proper place. So we are getting only one element over here. After finishing it, we need to reach to our second sub sorted array. So that's why our left is 6 and right is 9 and 59 is the pivot element which is in its appropriate place, because there is no any elements on this 59 will be less than of 59 element, and 59 will be in its proper place. So we are getting 48 and 37. So again we need to take this sub array. So 48 and 37, among that 48 the pivot element. So we are getting that 48 element in its proper place. So only one element in the left hand side. So no need to swap because one element itself is the sorted element, and right hand side no any element because 56 is already 59 is already done with this. Then we are considering our right hand side. Then again here is only one element, so we are considering element is sorted. So like this fashion we are performing recursively, that take a pivot, compare with elements and put the pivot in such that element in the left hand side are less than pivot and element in the greater than of our greater than pivot. So we are stopped here about the quicksort. In the next session we'll see how does the algorithm or the quicksort can be implemented. Thank you. Happy learning.